In Philemon 16, Paul continues and writes, "No longer as a bondservant, but more than a bondservant, as a beloved brother, especially to me, but how much more to you, in the flesh and in the Lord." Now, the word bondservant, the translators were trying to get a better picture of what the word slave was used like back in biblical times. Slavery has been around since human society and before. It's always been around. Not like we see it in the history books when we look back at U.S. history. That's not the kind of slavery that it was. But instead, it was the deal that Onesimus actually owed Philemon a lot of money and sold himself into Philemon's work, more like an indentured servant. Now, he didn't have rights or anything like that, and so him running away actually was a bit of a death sentence. But Paul had encouraged him to welcome him back, no longer as a slave. In the 1800s, the slave trade was going pretty strong still, and the slave owners in the Caribbean were finding out that their slaves were becoming Christians and reading their Bibles, or at least some of them were, and spreading the information. So there was a slave Bible that was written, and in it was severely cut back, so that way it could be used as a means of control. The Bible has always been used as a means of control as long as it's been around. Instead of being the freedom that it offers, it's used to manipulate. And so here's a fun fact. I went to go look and ask Gemini, hey, how does the slave Bible handle Philemon? And it says, oh, it just changes it enough so that way it makes it fit. And I thought, okay, well, let's find out how much. And so I looked it up. It was cut out. It wasn't changed a bit. It was just cut out, especially because of this verse. What ends up happening is that if we look at it, Paul is telling Philemon, no longer are you supposed to be having this man as a slave. This is like revolutionary back at that time. So not only is Philemon set free, but now Onesimus and also us.